Hi guys, this is Robutani here from FoneArena.com, and we've got the new Moto G5 and the G5 Plus with us, which Motorola just announced at Mobile World Congress. Now, you might be a little confused because the design language is very similar. So we've picked out the two different colors that are on offer. We've got the gold and the black with us. The gold is the Moto G5 and we've already got it written over here, so it'll be a little easier for you to identify it. The black is the Moto G5 Plus, and well, let's just start off with the differences and the similarities in the two of them. As you can see, it's really nice to see that Motorola's kept the basic design language very similar across the board, and that means that even if you're going for a slightly more affordable, or let's just a slightly cheaper device, you do not miss out on the premium design on offer. There is a 5-inch display on the Moto G5, while the Moto G5 Plus makes do with a 5.5-inch display. There is a slight difference in the panel quality. Both of these are Full HD devices, but the Moto G5 Plus looks slightly better. Brightness levels is something that we'll have to get back to once we have some more time with the device. But moving on the top is a 5 megapixel sensor on both. At the bottom are fingerprint readers, and on both of these devices, these do not double up as as hardware keys, which is a little surprising, and they don't even double up as home keys. Anyways, moving on. Over on the right hand side, both of these have the volume rockers, and you've got the power button as well. The hardware quality is really good, and as you'll also notice, there isn't a significant difference in size as well, despite the Moto G5 Plus being a complete half-inch bigger in terms of screen real estate. Now over on the left hand side, there's nothing going on. At the bottom of the device though, you've got the micro USB connector on the G5, while the Moto G5 Plus has both the micro USB connector and the 3.5mm audio jack. Now the audio jack is placed on the top on the Moto G5. Let's flip these over to the back. As you'll see that there are plastic bits at the top and the bottom on the G5, similarly on the G5 Plus too, but these are much narrower and look much more aesthetic on the G5 Plus. The G5 Plus has a raised camera module, and the camera island houses a 12.2 megapixel camera with an f1.7 lens alongside a dual LED flash. Now this is poised to perform a lot better. Once again, we haven't really been able to test this out, and we'll be coming back to that in a full review. The Moto G5 on the other hand has a somewhat recessed camera module, 13 megapixels alongside the dual LED flash. As you'll have noticed by now, there's not too much that is different in terms of the design language and basic hardware differences, but the specifications tell a very different story. The Moto G5 is powered by a Snapdragon 430 processor, and it is paired with just 3 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage, whereas the Moto G5 Plus has a Snapdragon 625 processor, which is vastly better. It also has 4 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. So in comparison, the Moto G5 Plus is going to perform quite a bit better than the Moto G5, and the storage too. Despite the fact that both of these come with micro SD card slots, it is just much more handy to have 32 GB of storage than 16 GB of storage on the Moto G5. In terms of battery capacity, the Moto G5 has a 2800 mAh unit, whereas the G5 Plus has a 3000 mAh. But where the Moto G5 wins is that you can take off the back cover and replace the battery whenever you want, and that's not something that you can do with the Moto G5 Plus. So there you go, that was a quick comparison between the Moto G5 and the G5 Plus. A slightly more refined, a bit more powerful, but still the design language remains the same between the two of them, and these are two very interesting offerings from Motorola that should be available in India very soon. This was Robutani and Siraj from FoneArena.com. Thanks for watching.